start getting ready. Let's do this. So I started terraforming this area to kind of like get started to rebuild it. So I'm probably just gonna like continue that for the time being. Not Seb, just like laying next to me. She's so cute. What's up? Oh, Marie. I think she just wants to recycle some shit. I swear terraforming and falling off the ledge is like a canon event. Mostly just trying to terraform and uncover Missy's gem right now, and then from here we'll probably do some restoring. And then building. I really want to make like some sort of like Merho Grotto, mermaid castle type moment. And I thought like terraforming rocky ridges was kind of bad, but I guess it's like prep for this. I actually think terraforming rocky ridges was kind of crazier. Maybe I should just dig it out real quick. Come on, dude. Do the thing I want you to do. When like Graveler has a mind of its own. It's just terraforming ASMR. Hey, what's up to Nam? Nam, stay on the Pokopia grind. I gotta stream for the homies so that, you know, they got something to do. It's like hanging out in person, but not really, indirectly. I never stopped to grind. Nah, dude. Never stop being lucky, too. Did you get your shiny Nicket today from Pogo? I got like a few if you missed it. So if you need a trade, I got you. I just had my catcher running while I was just like chilling. So... Not when my storage is full. Let me make another one. I really like these little chests. Like it's giving pirate. It's giving I got treasures that y'all don't even know about. I need to actually make a storage room, but until I do, this is gonna work for now. Literally, when I was terraforming rocky ridges, like I had a whole area just filled with blocks. And it's kind of like embarrassing how much volcanic ash I have, but I'm never gonna run out of glass, that's for sure. Damn, you missed it? Well, I got you on a shiny, because I have a bunch. I got like at least a good handful, so you should be good. At least, like, we get to, like, just chill, you know what I mean? Like, Very, very chill vibes in Pokopia today. Very much destroying things to kind of clear way for building. I wanted it to, like, terraform this off stream, but I figured if not, I'll just never stream, so I might as well just terraform while I'm on stream. I feel like that's the way at this point. Honestly, you know what sounds fire right now is pasta from our friend. I'm never gonna stop doing that Cajun hack after I learned about it. I was like, damn, kind of want that now. Supposed to not be there. Yeah. I've seen some really cool like redesigns of Missy's gym, and I'm like, damn, I don't know what direction I kind of want to go with this yet, to be honest. I don't know what kind of color scheme that I wanted to do over here yet, but I low-key was thinking about building to the right, or kind of like to the center of this. So I was like, maybe I'll just clear this out and then kind of think about like what color I want. But basically you can kind of see like I cleared out this whole mountain over here earlier, so you can kind of see it. I'm just gonna turn around real quick. I was actually thinking about potentially like, these are just thoughts, I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about this, but I kind of want to build like some sort of like castle, like probably over here in this area slash like over here to this mountain area. But I'm like, okay, how far does this map go? It's actually pretty deep, so how far do I got over here? Honestly, I might terraform it and open it up kind of more. I mean, let's see how far you can go this way. That's kind of a lot, actually. Yeah. So even if I wanted to build it back this way, I could, depending on how big I want it to be. Because I was thinking about making like some sort of like castle, but the thing is I also don't know how deep this is. And I was like, how far do I want it to go? And like how big or how tall do I want it to be? Because we only got until like sea level, right? So I was thinking maybe I might want to dig a little bit deeper on this end, but I haven't really decided. I'm I'm just gonna clear this out first and think about it. I guess, do I want to go all the way or do I want to just keep it level? I might just keep it level over here. Yeah, we just, fuck it, we ball, dude. If we don't do it, we'll never do it ever. And it's just like, you know, sometimes you get too caught up in perfectionism before you actually ever do anything. And I'm trying to get over that. I'm trying to get over the idea of, like, if you don't ever just do it, you'll never do it, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It don't gotta be, like... You know what I mean? Like, if you just, like, I feel like I procrastinate a lot as someone with, like, ADHD. And, like, sometimes I did, like, a lot of research about that into the neuroscience of ADHD and, like, why we procrastinate. But mostly it comes down to, like, overwhelm and other things kind of taking priority. And it's one of those things where, I don't know, like, if you just don't ever do it, you'll never do it, you know? And I'm trying to, like, just start, because sometimes that's just the act of doing it, it's just starting. I was like, I'm really just trying to get deep on the yaps today. I don't know, I'm building, but I can yap if you give me a topic, you know what I mean? Damn, not the steak being ran out. I probably need to clear out my inventory too. I mean, this game also is so funny because it teaches you to be organized and kind of like organize your brain while you're at it. And like, it can be a good or bad thing, right? Because sometimes you don't want to do things because your inventory isn't organized. But once you get organized, you actually end up doing more, right? It's like having a system. Sometimes it takes a little bit to make the system happen, but once you make the system, it becomes easier, right? That's kind of just like real life. Like when you build the system for yourself, for your life and everything like that, it becomes easier. Because when it's like super disorganized, like how else are you gonna do certain things or try to achieve certain things? Even Pokemon Go does that. Like, Pokemon Go has me organizing my Pokemon and thinking about what do I want to keep and what I want to like release, you know? Like, you think about how you transfer Pokemon all the time. That's totally a thing. Yeah, it's always like, oh, if I don't start this or... Yeah, like, if not, you'll put it to later. And, like, that's how procrastination just kind of begins, right? And I'm trying to get over that, because sometimes it doesn't even have to be perfect. Sometimes we think about, like, perfectionism, and that keeps us away from doing things or just starting. And, honestly, sometimes you just gotta let go of, like, okay, but what if it's good? What if it's not? Whatever. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Like right now, sometimes you gotta clear area to start building a castle. I really want to make like a mermaid castle, like really like down here would be really cute next to Missy's gym. And I was thinking of it like because I know Kingdom Hearts 4 got that announcement this weekend, so I know if anyone else is also on that brain rot, Kingdom Hearts is kind of taking over my life right now and my brain space, and honestly, I kind of want to give myself one of those My Little Mermaid looking mermaid castles. The one with the PP looking towers, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty on brand, right? It's like, is it me if I don't build one of those? it's actually so funny because one time I remember being at like a party and I found a bunch of people in the back and they were talking about ADHD. And it was so funny because it's like, man, you at a party, why you in the back talking about ADHD? And we were talking about like the different methods of like what has helped us. And they were like, so are you medicated? And I'm like, nah, because I just feel personally, I would just rather raw dog life. And I know that's not for everybody, but I just feel like as a spiritual practitioner, I feel like I want to figure out different ways about going about it instead of relying on something else to mask it. And it's like, sure, like you can't do that for everything, right? But I feel like it's something that I can definitely like overcome mentally. What blocks are these even? I was like, I kind of... Yeah, what block? Question mark. Pop R. R middle. Is it painted? It is. It's painted white. Okay, I'm gonna go make a few of those. But I don't know. Do I want to keep it the same or do I want to change the blocks is a better question. I'll put it back. Yeah, it's not like I don't already have another castle. Like, I started building castles in other places, but I feel like my aesthetic for anything is I love castles. And if I could in real life, I would have a castle too. Like, that's something I definitely would want. Castle aesthetic is the best aesthetic, and no one can tell me otherwise. What's up, what do you want? I love how they're all so grateful. They're just like, thanks for all you do. And I barely did anything. But like, you know what? I'll take it. I think I might fill in this area. I've seen some people do some really cool stuff here. But I think that like, if I just fill it out for a little bit, I kind of want to get rid of these, so I'm just gonna move them, honestly. I'm just gonna like take them all. And it's weird because you can't really find these on Dream Island, and I don't think you can just make them, so that's why I'm trying to preserve them as much as I can instead of just like bulldozing through it, because I would if it was easy to like get. But I've seen some really cool designs that people have been making with these weeds. Or, yeah, water weeds. They've been, like, putting the new Milotic lamp on top of it. I don't know if it snaps on it immediately or if it's, like... Oh, it does. Cute, actually. I've been seeing people do that, and I'm like, okay, that's really cute, but I don't want it there, so. Yeah. Everyone's on a growth journey, and honestly, I think that's like a very beautiful thing about like life and the people that you surround yourself with. Because, like, honestly, I don't know what I would do if, like, the people around me weren't also on the same tip. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there was a time when I was a lot younger where I had people around me and they weren't necessarily doing the best things for them. And I can tell because, like, you know, they'll come to you and they'll, you know, complain about the things as they are. You give them some sort of advice or a way that they can solve their problem, and they just don't do it. And sometimes you just kind of can't take that personal because it's like, it's up to them if they want to, right? And I used to take that so personal when I was younger. And I realized, like, you can't want things for them that people don't want for themselves. And I think that's so real. That's a hard lesson, you know, especially like when people are people pleasers, or it's hard for them to kind of want, you know, you want the best for people. And I know that that's hard, because I know there's a lot of people, like mental health wise, who want the best for people around them, and it's like you kind of have to let go the aspect or the expectation that you will be the one to fix it for them, because you just can't, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna bust down this mountain, to be so for real. Cause like, alright, I'm almost done clearing out this area, but I'm just like, okay, now that she's cleared out, obviously I need to fix her up. I mean, I guess I could. Where Magnemite? Kinda wanna save these windows that are broken, cause what if I wanna do a haunted build or something? Kinda need that. Is that, let's see. I feel like such a hoarder in this game. I'm like, nothing will go to waste. Like, I will keep everything. And I'm so for real when I say that I kept every block, or at least most of it, from when I restored Rocky Ridges and terraformed it. And I literally have, like, I don't know, so many storage boxes filled with, like, volcanic ash. Yeah, you would give advice to your friends and be upset. Yeah, you can't. Like, honestly. One thing, like, I will say that one of my favorite books is The Four Agreements. And there is that, I think one of the agreements is don't take things personally. And I've taken that to heart for a lot of times. Wait, what the fuck is going on there? Oh, I think I've seen that. People were saying that when you build underwater, sometimes that happens. You just have to refill the water or something. It creates like air bubbles. That's fine. I'll get to that later. But I think it's kind of weird that... I don't know if it's like a human nature thing, right? Like, we want the best for people, like, at all times. And sometimes we get hurt when it just doesn't go that way. Damn, all of these are broken. I don't know why the vocal sim that just came in my head is that, do you know that video where there's this little kid and he's just like, oh no, the ride, it's broken. And I'm just like, that's what I'm hearing in my head right now. And it was funny because like the only reason why I know it is I was at Great America in San Jose with my little cousin, and we were waiting in line for that ride. You know the ride that like, it's like this big slingshot, and it takes you up on a lift and then it just drops you and you're just like by a harness. And there was a little kid that was in the line and he wouldn't stop vocal simming that, and I was like, damn, actually he kind of got me, because after that I couldn't stop saying it either. I was like, damn, not when the little kid got me on brain rot. Yeah, not everyone wants to, and I realize that like for, like, even if you want the best for people, like, not everyone is there on their journey. And I realize that sometimes you just have to let people grow and learn on their own. Because, like, sometimes people aren't there or they're not comfortable with it yet, you know? There's, like, times where I want to say certain things to people, but I realize, like, even if I said it, would they even actually be receptive or do it? And sometimes that's why I just kind of, like, let things slide, you know? Like, sometimes I'm like, I can't take it personal. Like, even if I say anything, even if I could be of use, if someone's not ready to hear it or they're not ready to kind of be on that growth journey, what can I really do, you know? And I think that's, like, part of emotionally maturing as well, you know? Damn, should I actually take this down a level? But it's weird because this is on a platform, but this isn't. But I don't like how this covers up the building. It's like, oh, but this is also on a different elevation. So I'm kind of like, all right. They make things so difficult with this sometimes. I think I'm gonna bust down this wall though. Did I bust? Oh, I think I did. I busted a block that I shouldn't have. I'm like, here, put it back. Nah, literally, I feel like I see things differently since playing this game. I'll go outside in real life, and I'll be like, oh, that's Pokopia. I'm like, it's all Pokopia. I actually made a really dumb reel about it, where I was like, oh, this is arch bridges dyed brown, stone tiling dyed brown. Like, I don't know, I really start brain rotting Pokopia in real life. I feel like it doesn't have to all be on the same elevation, but I definitely want to, like, clear it out so that, like, the building for Missy's gym at least stands alone. Come on, I said stay still. Wait, so what are you even editing right now anyway? It's like the homie encouragement of being like, yo, we're both doing something, we're body doubling essentially. Because I know Kai wanted me to stream so that she could work on her cosplays. And I was like, alright, bet. Because honestly, I feel like that's also like an ADHD hack, is body doubling. Because I feel like sometimes I don't want to be productive, but I will if, like, there's other people that are, like, possibly, like, there, even if we're not doing the same thing. Because, like, I will, like, even, like, during Fanime prep when I was getting ready to vend, I was talking to friends on the phone so that I can get stuff done that I didn't really want to do. And it would actually make it easier for me to do stuff when I would find it hard or difficult. Oh wait, what podcast? What are the Yap topics that are we talking about on this podcast? I'm interested. Bitches love podcasts. I also considered like potentially restoring whatever this Chinese time of my life building over here. I don't actually think it's Chinese. I actually think someone said it was Japanese architecture, and I was like, oh wait, I've been referring to it as Chinese like this entire time. I was like, damn, I should know better. Is it yours, or is it like, are you editing for someone else? Because I don't think I know that one, but I mean, it sounds interesting. Space, yeah. It's like, what is even down? Oh yeah, this is a room. I forgot about this. I actually saw someone make a power plant down here, and I was like, damn, that's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. But I also considered, like, what do I want to do with this area? There's like a lot of like random spaces that I'm like, if you're creative enough, it can turn into something cooler. I'm just gonna break that because, like, why not? I actually broke through one of the walls down here, and I found a little spot, and I don't know if people have talked about it yet, because, like, I saw a few people talking about the other ones. Like, I went and found the submarine and the other little room in the depths, but I don't think people talk too much about this room. It's like, it was covered in sand, but you get this little area over here, and I think you get like some sort of wallpaper or something. But I was like, look, it's like a little aquarium. It's actually so cute. But I was like, why is everything so covered in sand? I'm like the amount of intrusive thoughts of me being like, I just want to like destroy all the sand. Actually, like right now. Yeah, I mean, that's cool that you're editing for someone else. I'm like, that's good to know. I'll be like, shit, maybe in the future if I need editing. I honestly like lag so hard on editing because I have a Pokemon Go video that I'm supposed to release, and I just need to make a thumbnail for it, and I've been really lazy about doing it. I should do it soon. Because it's like, I had a bunch of friends who just started playing Pogo again, and they were asking me to do like a tips and tricks video, and I did, and I filmed it. I just haven't put it out yet. And it's funny because I filmed it like 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I mean, what is the topic for the podcast that you're talking or editing right now? I am intrigued. I want to know. I feel like I could get better with video editing too, because it's one of those things where I think in the future would become a lot more handy to have. Something that I never really thought about up until I started doing YouTube, honestly. And also just like cosplay content, I started to realize how powerful video editing was. first time getting to their first base. That's it. I don't even know. Like, I was like, should I even talk about the first time that happened to me? That's kind of crazy. I mean, what is first base to people nowadays? Is that holding hands or is that like their first kiss? I don't even know what first base means anymore. I feel like I was super late in that department because when I was younger, I was kind of like a tomboy. I grew up with a lot of guy cousins and brothers. So for me, I just kind of was a little, like, I don't know. It was weird because you would hear these guys kind of like slut shame. And it's like, I don't think they knew what they were doing, but I think it was kind of one of those things where I didn't realize it up until I grew up. You know what I mean? Where they'll be like, oh, but this person passed or whatever. And they wouldn't really be interested in them. But then it's like, oh, is that likable or is it not likable? Or are we just shaming people because we were young and in high school? Like, I don't know. Oops. I kind of want to fill this, to be honest. Because I kind of don't know what I want to do with it. That's so weird. Why does it make like water pockets when you take certain things? That's so weird. Alright, whatever. Okay. Gonna go put those away. Yeah, I think kids definitely feel about things like, I don't know, I feel like they just like learn through their peers, and sometimes the things that their peers be saying be wrong, you know? Like, we could have done better, we could have done, like, but at the same time, we only knew what we knew back then, you know? And it's like, in hindsight, yeah, we could have done better. Do I have a different... I need to just offload some of these items. Possibly, should I fill this or should I don't know. I think I might just dig a little bit deeper into this mountain and then think about what I want to do. Because it does go pretty deep. And I'm like, I want to make like a pretty big castle over here. Because I'm like, where else would I put it theoretically? Because like, if you look at this map, like if you go on this side, there's like a little area. But I don't really feel like it would go good there. Yeah, it is what it is, right? But at the same time, I feel like we only did the best with what we knew back then. And that's kind of a real thing. Wait, what is that? I hear ripple. Camera. Is this... Oh god. Why would you ask me this? I'm like, no, I don't want to delete things. I don't want to delete my Larvitar photos. I'm like, is this one? I'll save that. I don't need that. That's fine. It's like me trying to like make memories in Pokopia and they're like, no, can you just like not? But also, like, I feel that a lot of that saying, like, we only did the best with what we knew at the time, it goes without saying that that applies to other people in our lives too, like family members and parents and things of the sort. Because sometimes I feel that, like, we get so deep into that and then we realize that, like, oh, actually, now that I'm kind of nearing the same age, I can't be nearly as judgmental because I realize that it's a lot harder to, like, you know, take care of another human being than we probably initially thought. You know, like, you probably placed a lot of judgments when you were younger, but realizing, like, when you get older, you're like, oh, actually, this shit harder than we thought. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one really talks about that. And I feel like they should more. But yeah, this area, I feel like I want to do something else here. This doesn't feel like a castle-like area. I also kind of want to terraform this area and build it down. Because I'm like, it's kind of taking you away from this. And I'm kind of like, what if I want to, like, build this garden out? Like, what if I actually allowed this garden to be a full garden? Oh wait, I hear this. Let's grab this. And also I see a little relic over there. I'm like, give me relic. I want relic. I haven't completed all the relics in this area yet, so I kind of want them. And it gave me a slate. I don't need more of those, but I'll take it. But yeah, I feel like that area seems the most castle-like because, like, even over here, like, this goes back more, but this is where the little, like, daycare center is, and it's like, I don't know, I don't really feel like that's where the castle should go. I really think that little pocket would be the best area for it, because this area is like the very Chinese time of my life, and I feel like I want to keep the theme over here that way. Yeah, first gen parents are something else, I'll be so for real. And I think that, like, it's not a bad thing. I truly think that they really did the best with what they can. And especially because if you really think about it, we really didn't have a lot of the resources that we have now. For instance, right now, if you have any sort of issue, you can literally just, like, Google it, or, like, there's people who use Gen AI and ChatGPT and stuff. We didn't have that stuff in, like, the 90s. You know, we had dial-up. We had Smarter Child on AIM. That was about it, you know? Like, we didn't have, like, ways of figuring out certain information, and mental health was barely a thing that people talked about, you know? So I think it's actually really cool to kind of see the difference in how things are now. I'm like, yeah, not Smarter Child. I think, yeah, I'm probably gonna clear out this section. Where do I want to start it from? Maybe over here. Should I go more? Man, this is gonna be a big terraforming project, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it because I really want to make a big castle, you know? You can't make big castle without big terraforming. Like, what's gonna be more majestic when you see a big underwater castle down here? Be so for real. Maybe I might clear out more space. Maybe I might just clear out all the way till the very end, maybe? Like, what if I want, like, a big garden up until the castle or something? Or how deep do I want the castle to be, even? I don't know. Dude, I used to love Gaia Online. I used to also like play Neopets. And we also had Zynga and like LiveJournal back then. Like OG internet was something else, and I stand by that. Like OG internet was a whole different place. It's like the MySpace era where everyone learned how to code, and you know, we made all sorts of weird personalized graphics, and I feel like that time period just had a very like distinct aesthetic when it came to like graphics and you know, just like how things looked. I don't know, like I used to always make cute little personalized avatars and like forum banners or like signatures. That was a whole era. I feel like you don't really get that now, especially like with the age of like iPhone and smartphone. Like after everyone transferred over to like Facebook when MySpace died, I feel like that's when personalization died. Because people can't put like songs on their profiles anymore, or you know, customize their graphics on things. It's just everything is the same, low-key. Like, maybe it's how you don't let little things get to you, or like how I can never tell what you're thinking, yo. I meant all that in a good way. Okay, thank you, Pinkerton. Like, bro's like, I really want to give you a compliment, but I don't know. Yeah, the only reason why I had all that, and I actually deleted my Facebook maybe like over like years ago at this point, but I just felt like it was like an echo chamber of depression, so I got off of there because it was just really bad for my mental health. And I'm kind of glad, because I feel like I definitely, after that, I was able to like fully improve and feel a lot better. I don't think a lot of people talk about that enough. I kind of wanna... Okay, here, I'm just... Hear me out. I'm gonna do this. I kind of want to cut into this a little bit more than what it is. I should have did the top part first. I didn't realize it was more multiple layers. I feel like all this work is about to be worth it. I was like so much terraforming and prep work. The terraforming ASMR is real. It's like... God damn it. Maybe I should just... I will say I really do like the underwater controls for Rock Smash, because you can actually just hold ZL and you can stay floated in that spot. Whereas in the air, you can't really just like float and rock smash at the same time. Dude, the terraforming ASMR is fucking real. How deep do I want this to go? Okay, let's just take it all the way over here. Because what if I want to actually put something else over here? Like, you can't tell me how that's not satisfying. I love, like, Graveler mode and just, like, destroying shit. Like, it's kind of therapeutic. I love the fact that they updated Graveler so you can eat and actually like suck as Graveler. Like, we didn't used to be able to do that, so sometimes I still have a habit of transforming back into Ditto before doing some of those things. But I feel like that's one of the best updates that they did. If anything, thank you to Pokopia's dev team, because they're really out here like, okay, we heard you, and we did it. I might need to make a storage room. But it won't be now. I feel like I can organize it at some other time. Dude, the Pokopia dev team is amazing, and I'll keep saying that. I'll glaze Pokopia's dev team if I have to. I mean, great game, can't complain, 10 out of 10. Wait a minute. Is that... I just realized it said Hotel Z on it, and I'm like, yo, is this the Legend ZA song? I'm like, hold on. Do I have... is it under... or is it under miscellaneous items? For CD player? I'm like, let me just see something real quick, and I just need to know. Maybe I'll put it here next to the storage, so every time I come over here, I'll think about Corbeau. Wait, can I... Yeah, can I put CD in? Yo! I'm gonna think about Corbeau for a second. I'm very normal about that, mans, okay? I'm very normal. And when I say that, it's not like I don't have 2 Corbeau cards in this shelf over back here somewhere. I'm not gonna go grab it because I'm too lazy to, but... Great song. Good details. Yo, if they added, like, Corbeau's or Jacint's theme to this game, I would love that. I think Jacint's theme is, like, one of the best themes that they added to Legend ZA. I will stand and die on that hill. And I'm not saying that just because I cosplay LeBron. Should I cut this deeper? I feel like this isn't enough because once I round it out, I like to like layer my curves, so it ends up being like it's not as gonna be as big as it looks. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this out more, actually. This is like basically what I did in Rocky Ridges to kind of give my mountains a curve. And I think it looks so much nicer than slicing it. And it's like just a like straight cut. Like I really think that it looks like it gives it like a nice like tiered look. I'm like, wait, let me show you the most unhinged thing about my Rocky Ridges. I'm so normal about my Rocky Ridges. Actually, I'll take you there right now as like a little tour, just so you know what I'm doing here, because it's like it's not gonna make sense until you see it, because it's gonna look a lot nicer once you see like what the like inspiration is. Also, do you see my boys back here? Look at my boys. I also have an extra Snorlax over like that way, but he's chilling. Like Rocky Ridges is low-key one of my favorite like places, and partially because this is why. I spent a lot of time like terraforming this area, so you can kind of see like how I made this kind of like tiered, but you can see how like the curve goes into it, so and then it doesn't look so harsh, because I did it right straight down the middle and I didn't like how it looked. Like it looked like someone just went there and just hit it with the, you know, with like a slash and like opened up the mountain or something, and I don't like how that looks. So I actually thought about going in more and taking in more of this curve over here, but I don't know. Like I just like spent so long doing the terraforming here that like part of it is still kind of jank. Like I need to take this part in, but like I made a little Pokeball like garden moment for my museum, and it's not done, but I need to I need to do something about that. Either way, though, that's kind of like what I'm going for, and I kind of actually want to show the unhinged storage room that I have here filled with just blocks, because I actually like terraformed this area too, and I removed all the dirt so I can rebuild it, and I just haven't rebuilt it. But I literally have, this is all blocks. Like all of this is volcanic ash. Like this whole section right here is volcanic ash, and I think it's crazy and I think it's kind of unhinged, but at the same time I'm kind of like, yeah, I kept most of the blocks. Sometimes I would graveler mode and it would just disappear, so I didn't, you know, keep those blocks. But actually, this is actually a video that I've been needing to edit, but I actually built this on top of my Rocky Ridges and it's so fucking cute. Like I made this A-frame cabin, and it's a lake house, so you literally like, bam, take a look at this, like from the back, like you saw it from the front, but now you see it from the back, like hello. And it's so cute, like you can't tell me it's not cute. All right. And Ludicolo lives here, so it's Ludicolo, Lotad, and Lombre, and Sableye is up here. Oh, look at him! He's just chilling up here in the little sky area, little loft area. He's just so cute. Like, I don't know. I feel so normal about like Pokemon in this game, but yeah. I don't know. I love this little area, and that's why I was like, you know what? I need to start building in Bubbly Basin because, uh, like once I hit it, it's gonna be great. I'm sure of it. I actually wanted to build on top of here too. That's the only reason why this isn't destroyed. Because I thought about it. I've seen people destroy this area of Rocky Ridges and they just cleared the whole path towards the museum. And I don't know if I want to do that entirely because I kind of like it. But I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm just like, damn, I know people don't fuck with Rocky Ridges. And I didn't like Rocky Ridges at first either. But now it's like low-key one of my favorite areas after I did all the terraforming. So it's kind of a lot, but it becomes so cute. Like, look at this. Like, this is Decidueye and Dartrix's home. Like, hello? Oh wait, are they actually in there? Look at him. Look at him. He's hanging out with fucking Colossal. He's so cute. And like this has like a little loft too, because this was actually the prototype for the other house. And yeah. You done good. Yeah, so I actually did that one first, and then I filmed this one as a build tutorial. I just haven't like edited it yet, but I really do like this area a lot. But I don't know, I feel like it's one of those things where I'm like, I will not take any Rocky Ridges slander. I love my Rocky Ridges. It's not fully built yet, but I took a little bit of a break, so I think it's fine. Also, I can show you the work in progress of my castle. You said I would take a vacation there. Honestly, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so normal about Pokopia, dude. Like, I have, like, 300 hours on my save file, but which is not nearly as much as, like, a lot of the other people who done, like, crazier builds than I have. But I feel like it's gonna only add on. Like, after this DLC, I feel like I'm gonna add, like, another 300 hours or even more. Who knows? My pallet town is kind of a mess, but this is actually the castle build that I was working on over here. It's kind of big. So I have like 2 towers in the front. I was actually going to add this part over here, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to build it. So that's why this is like over here and why it looks like that. And then I was like scoping this part out and trying to figure out how do I want to like make this. And I love the double stairs that I made over here because it looks almost like a heart shape. Like if you really think about it, like it's kind of giving heart, double stairs, like curved heart moment. And then like I was building towers on the side, like to be like actual towers. And honestly, these were taking so much stone up that it was taking me a while to like finish and build it even. And I kind of like would work on it every so often. I never recorded it because it's kind of a big build. It was kind of like one I did on the side when I was like feeling like I wanted to work on something. So as you can see, like this is not fully finished because the towers, I was like running out of stone so bad. But I have a lot of stone now. But you can kind of see, like, I didn't finish. I was trying to get the idea across. But even this platform was over, like, thousands of blocks. You know what I mean? So I will put it down and I'll be like, oh, I ran out of stone. Okay, I'm gonna go make more blocks. All right, well, I ran out of that too. So this is kind of like a work in progress build. But I feel like eventually once it's finished, it's gonna be cute. Especially with the towers. I think that, like, it would kind of add to the vibe. But that's kind of why I was like, okay, if I want to make like a big castle underwater, like it would kind of give the vibes, but it would be different than this because like I would build it differently. Cause like at first I built this for my storage area, and that's kind of like what happened first. And that's why I put the water there and everything. It was supposed to be like a moat around the castle and everything, and then I kind of extended it. So it became kind of bigger than like what it was. So, I don't know, like, I feel like this game kind of, like, requires a little bit more planning than, it was more big brain than I thought, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of, like, was building small things here and there, was not really considering space and, like, placement. Cause, like, yeah, so there's still stuff that I need to, like, work on within here. But also, just, like, even my storage room, I feel like I need to redo my storage room, cause, like, it's way too small for all the items that I hoard. So I think either I might dig lower, or I don't know, I might actually relocate the storage room, perhaps. Because, like, some of it is spilling out here now because I was too lazy to deal with storage. So I just, like, made a quick storage area just so I can, like, put stuff away. But it's kind of like the ADHD trick of, like, okay, you put a box over there, you'll deal with it later. That's kind of, like, what I was going for. But also, like, look cute. It's cute. And then I also made a little, like, carousel down here. Like, I was like, oh yeah, we got Disneyland at home. So, you know, I made this little carousel with the flying Pikachu with the balloons. Let's go. I was like, it's so cute. But I feel like now, I think I might redo this roofing because with the round roof, it might look better. Instead of, like, square roof, you know what I mean? Or triangle roof. This is where I actually put all my flowers, because I just, like, grow everything, and then I just come back for it and, like, take it out and place it wherever I want to place it. Which is, like, chaotic as fuck, but at the same time, I don't know, I need flowers. I actually, like, also put a whole bunch over here, like, a collection of flowers, in case I need, like, a certain type. So I have most of them, but I haven't put all of them here. But that's a thing, you know. We're trying to have a whole greenhouse full of flowers so that if I ever needed to take a 3D print photo of it, like, it would be there. That's kind of like the goal of why I put everything there. But I don't know. I feel like I should build a greenhouse at some point. I'm like, damn, dude, you really be trying to hound me for some trades. But yeah, back to the basin. Not me going on a detour just to show some builds. Like, that would be some shit that I would do. But honestly, I feel like it's one of those things where I kind of want to eventually finish out those builds. I just haven't really fully done it yet. It's like, eventually I will, you know? I feel like if I stream enough, I'll finish out most of them. Because I feel like a lot of it is just like, oh, okay, like, if it's a small build, I can probably, like, finish it super easy. But once it's, like, bigger, I feel like it takes a really long time to kind of complete, so it takes me longer to do it. And also just, like, you don't really think about the planning of it until you get there, you know? I guess I can just, like, cut into this, and if I want more room, I could add more room. I'm, like, concerned of, like, is that enough space? But we'll just find out. They really said, what's your theme? I mean... in my pallet town, I for sure was going for, like, a castle theme, but down here, I think that I'm probably also going for, like, the mermaid castle aesthetic. But trying to clear out space in order to build it is the bigger thing. Yeah, honestly, I think that if I just stream more, I would probably get it more done. Just because, like, it would make me be accountable to kind of actually just finish it, right? Also, I just kind of realized this, like, my hair low-key matches Snorlax right now. And I'm not mad at that, to be honest, because we love Snorlax. Snorlax is my boy, and I will say that forever. Oh yeah, the theme is the PP Castle. It's giving Atlantis. We'll get there. I mean, technically you could probably build a Titanic down here. I've seen some people do it. Like, they did, like, a shipwreck. But I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. That's kind of not really my aesthetic. So I'm probably not going to do that. If I do, it's probably going to be, like, a small-scale version if I want to just, like, mess around with it. But it's not something that I think that I will do. Like, personally, I think my aesthetic is more, I like castles a lot. Like, I saw Lord of the Rings once when I was, like, in my 20s, and now I want to be Lord of the Rings forever. I don't know if I can play initial D music, man, but you can probably do that, like, on your own and just, like, have the stream on in the back or something. Because, like, I know that with streaming and stuff, like, there's, like, royalty-free music and all that stuff and, like, copyright. I'm not trying to do all that, so I just have the game music on. Personally, I love me some Lord of the Rings, and I love the extended edition. The extended edition is the only way that you should be watching Lord of the Rings, either way, and I will die on that hill. I'm like literally one of those people that is just like, it's only 12 hours. But it's the best 12 hours that you will have. Honestly, I hate when people talk about like Lord of the Rings is mostly just walking. Because like, you don't understand what happens during all the walk scenes, okay? Like, walking is like half the journey. And not only that, but just like, I don't know. You can't have all the good scenes all up in there. I think one of my favorite scenes isn't even like on there. I think the potato scene is also extended edition if I remember correctly. But I'm like, that is a very vital scene. Like, why would you even cut that out? Like, why would you want to watch Lord of the Rings not an extended cut? I'm gonna have so much white rock. It's gonna be like this area's version of volcanic ash, probably. Like, I'm just gonna have so much of it. That and black rock. I have so much black rock, too. It's like if I ever needed to build anything with rocks. Also, if Pokopia is listening, like if the dev team is listening, can you really make those the stone arches? Can they blend into the rock blocks? Like, please. Like, I need that. Because there's no way why you should be able to put down a stone arch and it won't blend in. Like, it looks way out of place. Is this full? Okay, well, it's about to be full. Alright, let's make another one. You really said Pokopia Black and White DLC confirmed? I mean, honestly, I would not be mad about that. Like, who wouldn't really want Pokemon Black and White? Do I have that already over there? Yeah. Oh shit! What's up, Kai? Are we con crunching? Are we getting our wig done? Our fuck ass wigs? we gotta work on that fuck ass wig, right? You really said finishing that tonight. How far did you get so far? Or are you just starting? Because I'm getting started on this build too. I mean, this is prep work before the build, but we're gonna get to the build. I just have to clear a mountain first. Okay, well at least you started and you got the glue mostly done. I mean, that honestly is part of the hard part, right? So you're kind of getting close. Unless you want to like style it a little bit more. I also saw that you were working on the Shark Boy helmet and that looked good. I guess that is the hard part, right? But you're almost there. At least, like, you'll be done by the time that it's, like, over. You know what I mean? Not inventory full. Yeah, Shark Boy looking good, though. Shark Boy looking real great. Did you try it on with the wig yet? The wig that you decided to use instead? I almost feel like I'm gonna want to take more off the top after I finish, but we'll see. Such as terraforming. I always feel like I want to take more away half the time. Well, at least we're all body doubling here because Nam's working on stuff too. So we're all working on a little bit of something. God damn it, don't roll off. I swear this is so satisfying. feel like I need a like topic to yap upon. Nam, give me another topic. We need another topic for Yaps. Not another luck scare. What happened? I swear, dude, your luck is so cracked. Like, I feel like you shouldn't be worried about your luck at all because you literally have, like, some of the best luck. What? What was it and what did it end up being? Did you ever, like, get into that saying where it's like sometimes certain things, like, redirection or rejection is just protection? And I, like, firmly believe that because sometimes I think about, like, oh, what if you left during that time? Like, what if you were avoiding an accident or something? Like, what if something bad could have happened if, like, you actually drove at that time? So sometimes I feel like the inconvenience is probably sometimes a good thing, but we just didn't know. You know what I mean? We don't know what we don't know. I mean, as long as it wasn't like a bigger issue and it was just like you just had to oil it, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, that is not, it wasn't too bad, you know? But sometimes I would rather be inconvenienced than have like a worse thing happening. And like honestly, you know what's crazy is one time that actually did happen to me where I felt like where it delayed me, it actually kind of saved me from something. Because I remember one time I used to vend like super late at night, right? And I was working at the golf club. And when I was at the golf club, I decided, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go and use the bathroom before I go home because it's gonna be like an hour for me to get home. And it's late, mind you. It's like already like past 2 a.m. And I remember this one time where I did that, and for some reason it took me longer to use the bathroom because I think there was just a lot of people, and it made it so like I was like, man, like why is it taking so long? And then I ended up getting on the car. I get in the car, I go on the freeway, and if I would have left like, I don't know, 10 minutes before like the where I was trying to leave, like I feel like it would have been worse because there was a 7-car pileup on the way home. And I feel like if I would have left at the time that I left, what if it was saving me from something? You know what I mean? Because like what if one of those 7 cars could have been me, you know? Like, but I decided because I needed to use the bathroom that it took me longer. And I ended up not getting in the car and leaving at that time. Because if I would have left at that time, I would have left it would have probably been around the same time that that crash happened. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And like sometimes that's when you realize like the universe is always looking out for you, you know? Like obviously sometimes things happen, but sometimes I think about that because like what if, you know, there's been times where things have happened and I'm just like, shit could have been worse, but it wasn't. So sometimes you gotta count those blessings. Because if you're still here, you still living and breathing, that's when you know that, you know, at least you're thankful to, you know, live another life. I get another day to play Pokopia, you know? Like, that's important stuff on this planet, you know? Like, I get another day to game. I get another day to look at Corbeau and, fawn over Snorlax. And sometimes tomorrow ain't promised, but right now, I got Pokopia, and I'm pretty damn happy, I'll tell you what. Okay, we finished another layer. To the next layer. Dude, this is looking so much better. I know this is like mad tedious, and it's probably not fun to watch, but it's gonna be worth it in the long run. Like, that's all that matters, right? Like, we're here for the results. Graveler on supersonic mode is kind of crazy. I'm like, yo, dude, slow down. I'm trying to get through this mountain, but not like that. Yeah, intuition is a real thing. I really feel that our intuition always lets us know, and it's something that I actually really try to work on myself. Because there was a time period where my intuition was letting me know certain things, and I just kind of took it at face value, and I didn't really take it seriously. And I would wait until there's proof before I actually trusted my intuition. And now I realize that, like, that's kind of dumb because my intuition always was right whenever I would see it. And I just wanted proof, right? But at the same time, I'm like, I didn't need the proof because it showed itself every time. Like, it took time sometimes for me to realize, but then I realized that, like, there's a reason why I felt that to the beginning before I even knew there was proof or not. And I think that's something that a lot of people can work on more, is kind of just realizing that, like, even if you don't need the proof to realize that, like, your intuition was correct. You know what I mean? Yeah. I realized that after, like, there was a few things that happened where I'm like, okay, my intuition already told me that, but I wanted proof. And then after I seen a few different instances where I was like, okay, I waited for proof and that was really dumb. Like, I should have just, like, trusted the fact of what I knew and what I felt. And I don't know, like, it made me realize that I can trust myself more knowing that, like, it always has been correct. And I think that, like, sometimes we just need that confirmation and the validation that, like, even if we didn't know and we still kind of moved accordingly, right? But now we can even trust it even more after we find that out. Like, it takes time, but honestly, like, I would rather it take that time than to forever ignore the intuition, especially when it comes and it wants to be, like, it wants to be shown. I mean, did anything happen during that route when you didn't take a different route, or... Sometimes I feel like, okay, like, I read and watch a lot of stuff about manifestation, so I remember I was like, I can't remember who I was watching, but they were saying that they were called to kind of, like, take a different route, and because they took a different route, they had a manifestation that they wanted happen. And I was like, oh wow, like, that's kind of cool. Like, it proves something, right? Like, sometimes you would have never thought to take that until, like, the divine inspiration actually kind of, like, tells you to, right? That's crazy. Maybe you should have took the out of the route, for real. Like, what if the other route was telling you that you wouldn't have had that happen? I don't know, dude. Maybe you should be trusting your intuition more, because that's actually kind of crazy. Like, it really was telling you, like, hey, dude, like, don't do that. I don't know why my brain also went to that little line that Finn says where he was like, hey, don't eat those. And I'm like, yeah, don't eat those. Damn, we're making progress, though. Like, pulling back, and, like, every time I clear the storage, and then I come back and I look at it, and I'm like, damn, actually, this is about to start looking right. Dude, I always feel like every time I don't trust my intuition, I find myself realizing like I should be. And every time that I don't, I feel like it shows me why I should. And I feel like that definitely showed you that you probably should too. Like obviously, like at least it went with a little warning. Cause I'm like, damn, you do be lucky. So I'm pretty sure like your luck still, you know, saved you from a lot of shit. And it's so funny too. What's up? Pokopia is treating me really good. I'm very happy to be playing Pokopia right now. I'm terraforming, so we got the terraforming ASMR going. But we're just clearing out for a bigger build. Like I want to make a like Atlantis type themed castle. So I'm clearing out this area to kind of build for it. It's kind of a bit of prep work, but it's gonna be worth it. Cause like, look, it's starting to clear up. It looks really nice. Like this whole area, we're gonna have, it's gonna be a castle soon, at some point. Underwater castle living is gonna be a sick like moment. Is this full already? I know I was terraforming, but goddamn. Okay. I guess we're making another chest. Literally, I feel like I might have to detour and make a storage room, or even just like organize the storage in a little bit better way. I just kind of want to terraform and get this done though, so I might just stack everything there until we get through terraforming. I mean, do I really need these blocks? Probably not, but I'm a hoarder in case I want to like build something with it later. I don't know. I mean, we're almost done with this layer, and then I'm gonna see if I want to pull it back more or how much more I want to like terraform. So we'll see, I guess. Let's see. I mean, if I have that ADHD problem. If I like stop and do something, I'm gonna forget about what I was doing. So that's why I kind of don't want to like do something else until I finish the terraforming. Because I'm gonna get distracted and then I'm gonna like forget what I was doing, and then it's gonna get, you know, like it's harder to go back to the task of what you were doing, which is like unfortunate, but like ADHD brain be like. How is my storage full already? I feel like half the battle with terraforming is just like storage full and like going back to empty your pockets just to terraform some more. I feel like that's what ends up taking the longest. Cause like, I guess you could just terraform and not pick anything up. But like I said, I was like, what if I want to build something using the blocks, and then what? I don't want to go back and then have to go gather more. So I might as well just collect it now. Storage forming is a real thing. But you never know what you want to build, you know? So at least if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. And I'll die on that hill. Cause like, at least when the DLC hit, it's like I already had everything. I was like, any item I need for habitats, I got it. You know what I mean? If I need coins, I already got that too. I'm like well prepared. I'm like not short on anything ever, and that's on abundance. Like, teach it, like, allow Pokopia to teach you abundance right there. You'll never be low on anything. You will never lack anything because you have a lot of it. And there's a lot around you, always, at all times. Dude, a floating castle would be so sick. I actually want to make a floating castle in Skylands. I'm like, yo, I want a castle in every single area. Like, is that doing too much? But at the same time, I'm like, my favorite type of anything is just a castle, honestly. Like, if I had a house, it would be a castle. Even in real life, I would like a castle. Why not? Like, why do people want mansions when you can have a castle? Like, why do you want a modern-looking architecture when you can have a flying buttress? Wait, why did you restart your game after 450 hours? That's kind of like a lot. Like, were you just not satisfied with like your builds, or... Because I had friends who were like debating on restarting their file just because they didn't like how they placed stuff. But I'm like... Personally, like, I don't know, I just commit to whatever I did. Dude, that's what Enya did. Like, that's life goals. Enya lives in a castle with, like, 11 cats or something like that. And I'm like, I can only aspire to be on that level. Like, That's goals. I don't care what anyone says. Like, what's better than living in a castle with, like, 9 cats? Like, my file only has, like, 350 hours, maybe a little bit more right now, but I feel like I don't nearly have as much as I want built out, and there's a lot of work in progresses, so I can't even imagine trying to restart a 450-hour file. I don't know, that's crazy to me. Like, I mean, if you didn't like where you put things, you can just relocate it, you know? But it's different if you terraformed it, but still, even then, like, you can always build down a house. Like, any of the block houses, you can just, like, tear down. If it's a prefab, all you gotta do is have Tink Master, just relocate it. I did that actually recently on my, Rocky Ridges, because I had a bunch of, like, the stone house prefabs, and I had Tink Master move them. It took some time, but honestly, like, because of Tink Master reducing the amount of time needed, it actually wasn't so bad. And I would say, like, it's way easier to relocate and just, like, tear down a block house or something and just, like, restart it from there. There's stuff that I didn't like, and I ended up just, like, removing it or, like, you know, changing it. Because I have all the decks and habitats and, like, full item and everything like that. So I was like, I can't imagine trying to start from nothing and having no recipes. Like, eventually you can get them, and obviously if you time skip, you can do that too, but I'm too lazy to time skip. I feel like... And also, like, I don't know, I think it's kind of, there's certain things you can, like, all the events, you can just, like, time skip, go back for them. But if you have a cloud island, it's in real time. Because I found that out recently, because I took a break from Pokopia for a little bit to do, like, cosplay stuff, and I forgot about the hide-and-seek tournament, or the little, like, contest thing that they were doing with the trophy, and I went back and time skipped for it, but I realized on my Cloud Island, it didn't count, because I found out that the Cloud Island is actually in real time. So you can date skip back for your actual file, it just doesn't work for a Cloud Island. The birdhouses? Which birdhouse? I'm trying to, like, think about what birdhouse. What area is that in? Because if it's a block house, all you gotta do is just demolish it. But if it's a prefab build where, you go inside and it has its own interior, like, when you load into interior, those can be relocated. All of them can be relocated. But auto block houses, all you gotta do is just, destroy it, and then it's fine. Which I've honestly done. I've done that in Withered Wastelands, because, like, you get some of the ones that, you know, if you were to restore them. Like, these are kind of like, it looks like they were meant to be houses, for instance. So they have those into different areas. And some of them I tore down, but some of them I kept. And all of those, like the block houses, you just have to, like, demolish. You can't, like, relocate it, but you can just break it down physically. I mean, it takes time, but I would rather break down a block house than to restart. That sounds so tedious. And honestly, because I spent so much time terraforming my rocky ridges, I don't think I want to do that again. Like, oh my god, that took so long. Oh, you're talking about the altars. You can't, yeah, you can't relocate those because they're blocks. So you have to either break them down or you just, yeah. I think they're like, this might just be an opinion, but I don't really like them. So I kind of placed them. Like, I actually did it the first week when Pokopia dropped. So no one really posted up what the image of what they looked like. So I didn't know what they looked like when I was building them. And I kind of regret that because I ended up putting them in places where it didn't look good. I have them all in my pallet town. And I was actually considering just demolishing it because I just didn't like how they looked. I've seen some people remodel them to make them look a lot nicer, but I think that might be something I might do in time as also. But I don't think, like, for instance, like if you really wanted to like put them somewhere else, unless you really like them as they are, I feel like it's really not worth restarting for. But also, I've seen some people on Reddit make the blueprints of them. I've seen someone make a blueprint of the museum because some people don't really want to dig out the museum, which is like, I get it, that's totally a thing because it's in a whole excursion, and I'll say that because I've done it. It's not fun, and it takes a lot of time to do. Also, I don't want to like spoil this, but the bird altars don't give you Lugia. Lugia you can only get from the bell, and you don't really like house him or anything. He just comes down to the bell. I mean, if you're happier, that's all that matters. Cause like honestly, like I said, like getting the decks again and the habitats and recipes, in eventual time, like you'll get them again. Unless you were really like attached to something, I feel like it doesn't really matter if you start over or not. Like especially if you really just if you really like the altars as they are, that makes a lot more sense. I'm just committing to what I already have. And also because I wasn't really that attached to them, I wanted to rebuild it to be something different. Although I will say, I don't think I have regretted any of the terraforming I have done in this game. I feel like each area that I have terraformed, I like it better afterwards. Mostly because I feel like it opens it up a lot more. And I like the open space versus like, sometimes it looks cramped. And I kind of like it being more open. I just like having room for activities, and I'll stand on that hill. I used to always say that all the time when I was like in my cleaning and declutter area, is that like the whole reason why I like cleaning and decluttering is I like having room for activities. And honestly, having room for activities is a nice and luxury. Like that's a luxury, right? Because not everyone has room for activities. Bitches love room for activities, and I'm bitches. Alright, I'll see you later, Nam. Thanks for coming. Honestly, you'll probably see updates on the PP Castle, because I think I'm getting close to being able to start building. I think I might want to take the curve out a little bit more so that I have more space to build. But other than that, I think I'm almost ready. Like, this is like the final layer, I think. But I do want to take it in more over on that other side. Honestly, I love Step Brothers. Step Brothers is a good movie. I mean, I grew up in that area, that era of just like Step Brothers and Borat and Jay and Silent Bob, the stoner movies. And I think that brain rotted into my brain hard. Like, I mean, look at how open this is now. Look at all this terraforming. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be sick. Like, once I clear this out and start building, it's over. It's over for you hoes. We will be having a PP castle up in here. It's not a bubbly basin, it's a PP basin. I actually think, should I make it deeper? Do I want to open up the side from Misty's gym? I kind of think I do want to make it go further back, but I'm like, how far is a better question. How far can we go? We still got a good amount of space. Yeah. If I wanted to, I could take it back further. I mean, how far do I want to take it is a better question. What is the top side of this? It's like a thing. Should I even touch that? Should I go further? Fuck it. We're gonna go. Fuck it, we ball. Yeah, actually on the Cloud Island, I think you can get the DLC Pokemon there now too. So you could just merge them all together. I actually really think having a water area on Cloud Island would be so cute. I haven't actually fully built out my Cloud Island yet. I was just like going there for recipes and getting items and things. And I have like a decent amount of Pokemon there. But I honestly feel like I have the same issue there where I'm like, I don't know what kind of theme I want to commit to yet. But I feel like once I build out a lot more of my areas and I get bored and want to like work on my cloud island, I probably will. Just because I feel like that's a whole different map to kind of like think about, you know? And also, I just feel like terraforming is underrated. But I feel like it's tedious, but it makes things so much better. Like, I feel like I was giving a tour of my Rocky Ridges earlier, and I feel like because of terraforming, Rocky Ridges became one of my favorite areas. And a lot of people hate that place, but like, I love Rocky Ridges, and I'll stand on that hill. And it's only because I spent so long terraforming it that I actually really love it, you know? I feel like terraforming definitely gives a new dimension to a place. Cause like, you kind of get to create what you want to make with it, right? And also like, if you want to make a big build, it's easier just to clear space for it than to just like rely on the space that is already there. I've also considered moving some of the other water Pokemon into the basin. Just because like, I don't know, they just look so happy down here. I actually put Gyarados down over here because I was like, he's so cute and he deserves to not be wandering into like air, like in Skylands, because that's where I got Gyarados, and I was just like, he looks so miserable up there. He deserves to be in the water. I'm sure like that's not like the only Pokemon that other people have been moving down here. Because I've seen a lot of people do Magikarp as well. But I don't know, like, what other water Pokemon would you want to move down here? Look at all this terraforming. Like, you can't tell me that this wasn't worth it. Like, yeah. Rocky Ridges does have a great farm, I'll tell you that. Because, like, I have a pretty decent farm there. My other farm is actually on Pallet Town. I made like a whole area just for like farming stuff. And also I have a berry farm on Pallet Town, which is really handy because like I honestly like was running low on paint for a good minute until I made my berry farm. And a lot of this game is just organizing, because I was running low on stone for a really long time up until I made my stone farm with the fossil Pokemon. The fossil Pokemon really made it easy, especially because like I said, I love castles and I want to build castles. I was perpetually low on stone. So it cuts off around over here. like, how far do I want to take this? How bad do I want to terraform? Okay, let's go. This is like a never-ending supply of white rock. I don't know what anyone would make out with like white rock, but I'm pretty sure you can probably make something cool out of it. I mean, the moment that they fix the... what is it? The arch? The stone arch pieces to actually merge with the white rocks, I feel like I would use white rock a lot more. Like, after they fix it, it's over. Come on, eat your steak. I'm like, eat the food, Tina. But it's Graveler. Something about like terraforming is just so satisfying. Brain go burr when destroying blocks or whatever. Maybe it's meditative, maybe it's terraforming. looking so good. Okay, we're cooking here. I kind of see where it's going and I like it. What do you want, buddy? Are you saying something? Oh. Seriously? Another storage full. I'm really gonna have to organize this at some point. It ain't gonna be right now, but eventually at some point. Feel like because there's an island over here, I might want to change some of the pathways. I want to keep the island, so I think I'm gonna go around it, but I don't like how this pathway is not centered. So I think what I'm gonna do after I finish terraforming is I might center that pathway, because I don't like that. Like, why would it go from the side? I don't like that. But to be fair, it's like they probably didn't expect that someone would terraform that far. So I'm just thinking out loud of like how I want to shape it. Oops. I hate when like Graveler like decides to like slip from the controller. Like, can you like be controlled? Can you do the thing that I want you to do? This is gonna cook when it's like done terraforming though, because what I'm working on is I'm terraforming Bubbly Basin because I want to do a big build down here. So once I finish clearing out this area, I'm probably gonna start building what I want to build. It's gonna be a big like mermaid castle basically is what I want to do. It's kind of like giving Atlantis. It's giving My Little Mermaid pee-pee castle. That's like the best way I can explain it. It's a lot of prep work though, because I need to clear out all this space for it. But I think it's gonna be worth it because, I mean, Pee-pee Castle. That's all I gotta say. Are you guys working on anything cool in your Bubbly Basin? Because it's been cool to kind of look at what other people are building, especially with the first week of DLC. And I've seen like a bunch of people do Bikini Bottom, and I think that's so cute. But I don't think that's like my vibe at all. But I think it looks really cool. I've seen a lot of people like rework Missy's gym too. And that's what I was thinking about doing, but I started terraforming and I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna probably leave that for later because I want to do this build. I think it's gonna be cute once I do it though. Oh, are you doing like a pirate theme, like sunken ship kind of moment? Because I've seen like a few people do that too, and I think it looks really nice. Someone asked if I was gonna build like a Titanic down here, and I'm like, nah, not really. Like, I really want to do Merho Grotto kind of vibes. And I think it's so cool because, you know, everyone builds a lot of different things depending on their own, like, taste. I mean, my Withered Wastelands is a Western ranch build, you know, and I know a lot of people did something else for Withered Wastelands, but that's what I wanted to do. And I named it Reshiram Ranch. 18 naked cowboys at the showers at Reshiram Ranch. I mean, if you know Ram Ranch, you know, but I feel like it's a very acquired taste kind of thing. But I love my Reshiram Ranch. Like, honestly, that I should probably work on a little bit more. I would say maybe it's like a third of a way being done. But I feel like the maps are so big that you just need to really spend a lot of time in each area. And especially like if you terraform it and you add all extra spaces and you want to utilize all the space, it becomes like you have so much surface area to work with in this game. Like, I understand where that's overwhelming for a lot of people, because like you get a lot of like this decision paralysis, right? Like, you kind of don't realize what do you want to do, so you don't start. Dude, a neon coral city would be so cool. I saw someone post that on a Reddit, like a cyberpunk, like underwater, like depth city, and like it looks so cool. Like the imagination that people have in this game, like unbeaten, like undefeated for sure. Like if I had to relate it to a Pokemon theme song, it'd be Undefeatable. Like I love that song. I literally was watching the Pokemon anime before I came on stream because I've been rewatching it from season 1 and I've been in Alola and I got to the very end of Alola. Man, what a good season. I really like Alola so much. Like I feel like it's a underrated season. Like I feel like a lot of people glaze Kalos a lot, but Alola is actually pretty damn good too. I feel like it was like the lighthearted, like comedic relief that was necessary after Kalos. I also feel like the animators like had a lot of fun with Alola because they had really unhinged panels where I was like, they didn't do that in previous seasons, so I feel like it was appreciated on my behalf. Is there even a point in collecting these rocks at this point? I'm just gonna let it disappear. Is the anime? I don't know. I don't have Disney Plus, but I heard Disney Plus is getting the Kingdom Hearts anime that's coming out, the animated series. And I'm excited for that. Like, as like someone who played Kingdom Hearts when I was like a small child into like my teen years, into like my adult years, I'm just like, yo, so excited for that. That new announcement probably made me happier than most things in 2026 at this point. Also, I think it's on YouTube because they started releasing some of the anime episodes on YouTube, but I use well, I'm not even gonna mention it on this platform because I'm like, I forgot I'm streaming and I'm like, they probably don't like piracy. Yeah, dude, they just like announced the Kingdom Hearts anime at D23 like this past weekend, so it's been all over my entire timeline. It's actually really insane. Like I never thought we would be getting like, and they announced that Kingdom Hearts 4 is getting a world based on Coco. So that's gonna be fucking sick. Like I'm really hyped on that. I don't really watch a lot of movies, but my cousin actually had me watch Coco a couple years ago, and I actually really like that one. Like it's really hard for me to sit and watch movies, but like occasionally when someone actually forces me to, like I actually really do enjoy it. The older seasons actually were pretty cool. Like I don't know, like I said, I pirated it, which is probably like I shouldn't say that. But at the same time, they started uploading the older seasons to YouTube. If you look it up, it's like the Pokemon channel or something like that on YouTube. It has like a bunch of the older seasons. Which is like, honestly, I think they were really smart for doing that. Because like now you can literally watch all the older seasons and binge watch everything. I can't remember how like how many episodes there are, but I know they have for sure up to season 3 on the YouTube channel. And I don't know if you know this, but Kingdom Hearts is also getting a collection release on Switch. I think they announced that when they announced Cage 4 during one of the Nintendo drops. But that's coming out, I believe, in October. So I might actually stream that too. Because I played Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3 like when I was, like, when they came out. But I kind of want to refresh everything. Plus, I think I also played Chain of Memories, but there's a bunch of other, like, games. Like, I think there's a 358, and I didn't play that one yet. So I kind of want to go through and play all the Kingdom Hearts games from, like, the chronological order, so that, like, I can get caught up on that before Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out. We're almost done. Yo, wait, why does that actually, like, kind of go hard, though? Do I want to take down that layer, or do I want to use that as part of, like, the landscape? You know what I mean? I actually kind of want to see, like, because I want to redo this pathway because it's not centered. But I also have to figure out where is center. You know what I mean? Like, how do I want to do that? I also want to see how many blocks this is, because, like, I like having at least 4 blocks tall in a building, like, for each level. So I'm like, I don't know, should I just... I might just use white rock to kind of help me, like, figure this out, actually. Here, let me just figure this out. I feel like this would be kind of helpful to kind of just visualize. Wait. I should have been back to my... Okay, so if I use a different color to kind of color code this... How tall can I make this before touching water? Okay, that's basically how tall you can go. Is that tall enough, or do I want it, like... How do I want this? I guess, let me make some tiles, some blocks. Because I want to see, like, if I can actually do what I'm thinking about, but I've seen people use... Let me see some. That's just an awning? But would that work? Hold on. just test something with this real quick, because I've seen, like, people make rounded shapes with it, and I'm like, huh. Like, is this how it works, or do I have to use a different block? Let me find out. I'm like, let me just see something before I go and dye stuff. If I put one there too, will it merge? Oh, it does! Yo! Okay, hold on. Interesting. Would it round out the whole shape if I do this? Yo, it does round it out. Okay, I think I might be able to make what I want happen. I didn't think that it would round out like that, but I kind of like, yo, they kind of cooked with that. All right, let me look at my reference photo and see how I want to start this. Do I want more round, or if I want like... Wait, that's we kind of cooking. I think we're gonna cook. I think this is actually gonna go somewhere, but I'm gonna have to figure out, like, how do I want to plan this real quick. Like... Wait... The inspo is crazy right now. I think I definitely want to have, like, a path leading into it, but I'm just kind of thinking about, like, how do I want to make the path? And, like, how do I want to lay out the building and structure? Because that's, like, the biggest part about Pokopia, right? Is the planning section of it. Because, like, you can go into it without a plan, but then you might want to change it later. And to avoid wanting to change a lot of things later, I'm gonna try to do my best to kind of figure out what I want to do now. Maybe I might sketch this out real fast. Because... I kind of had, like, an idea of what I wanted to do, but I kind of didn't really think about, like, the execution. I just kind of was like, oh, I just want to terraform first and see what happens. I didn't actually think that I would finish terraforming, but we are here and finished terraforming, so... Wait, that's kind of cute. I've seen a lot of people use, like, mysterious stone underwater, and it looks really nice. And I'm like, do I want to use mysterious stone? I have, like, a bunch in my Skyland area. I could theoretically go get some. And do I want to make it? Like, what color do I want to make it? Okay. We got decisions to make right now. I might... Okay, let me get these blocks back so I can get smear glue to paint them. I guess I should just make a bunch of them and just go paint them. And do I want them all the same color or do I want them to be different? We got decisions, like, goddamn. I feel like that's the hardest part about Pokopia is deciding, like, color scheme. I mean, sometimes it's simple and easy. But sometimes when you're building, you're just like, huh. What do I want to do? Let's get 90 of these. Let's go figure this out. I mean, what kind of bricks do I want to use too, though? Because theoretically, I do think these dyed white would be really cute too. Hold on, let me just see what they look like. If I'm gonna just make 90 real quick. And then I need to go get Smear Guru, so let me go get him. We're finally getting into the good stuff, I swear. Like, the building part is a lot funner than terraforming, but it takes us a while to get there. It's like the prep to get to the good stuff, you know what I mean? But now we get to see the magic come together from all that prep work. I guess I'm gonna figure out the tiles first, and then we will figure out what to do from there. I honestly feel like I want to open up this area now. Because the more I look at it, like, I want the path to the castle to be centered, at least. So, I might open up this area. But also, I don't know if this is going to be tall enough. Like, should I also go deeper? But then I was like, yeah, these will all be at different elevations. Because, like, Missy's gym is still there. That's kind of high. I don't know. Let me just figure out my blocks first. Do I want... Oh, that's gonna look cursed as hell if I do that. Do I want to go cursed? Wait, let me see what the other blocks look like. Because I don't want to, like, get ahead of myself before I... Okay, let me just do this. This is gonna look fucking cursed. Or it could actually be, we can actually be cooking. Let me just see what this do real quick. Potentially cursed, potentially like I might be onto something. Let's see. Let me just use it on my test area real quick. Like, does that look right, or... Like, I know I said pee-pee castle, but is that too literal? Like, is that doing too much? I don't know if that does it for me. Like, hold on, let me think about this. Do I want different blocks? Maybe I might want a different block. Although, I think the white blocks do look... Wait, hold on. Out of PP. Like, do they actually look good as pathways, or no? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. Like, do they cook? Do they not cook? I'm gonna think about it. Although I think I need a different block for that. It's not doing it for me. But I'm like, what block do I want to do? I'm like, not me looking at this intently as fuck. These do be cute though. I mean, I do need the pillars though, that's a fact. Do I want to do these? These are cute. What is that? Hold on, let me just see something. That's what I meant to do. I meant to press confirm. Wait, can these be... Wait, can these be painted? Oh, they can be painted. But what are the... Oh, it loses kind of the texture though, and I don't like that. Like, you can kind of see it on some of them, but it loses a lot of the texture. Like, look at the pretty texture. And then when you go to a different color, it's like gone. I don't like that. Okay, let me see how this works. I'm like, I want texture. Bitches love texture. I'm for sure the bitches that love texture. That might be onto something. do I like it more than that? Low key. But like, is it the pink? I don't know. Hold on. Should I just make it pink? Like a pink mermaid castle instead of being yellow? But I'm like, do I want to make it yellow? Because like these blocks don't, I mean, it can be painted, but it just doesn't look good. Not me burping. I don't know. What if I do paint it though? I didn't mean to do that. Come back. But what if I do paint it? Like, would it be better if I did? That looks... I don't know. Here, let's just paint like... let me just see something. I don't know if I like that. Like, that's not doing it for me either. It almost looks like dirt or something. I don't like that. It's supposed to be yellow, like hello? Let's see. I don't want to go back to the... Let me just see. I mean, I know the iron tiling and simple flooring will dye actual yellow, but I don't know if I want it to be smooth. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, if it would be, I kind of don't want it to be too obvious. I mean, but I don't want the line in the middle. That block is the issue. I mean, I feel like with this plus the roof block, it almost gives too much scallop. And I don't know if that, I feel like it'll just too much texture, you know? These are the real decisions you gotta make sometimes. I mean, the rough wall, let me see. I think I have a few of those blocks. Because I got it from like I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I feel like that's too busy. The stone tiling, or hold on. I'm such a glazer for stone tiling that I'm like, I might have to go back to stone tiling. But I'm like, let's see. Does this dye well either? Hold on, let me just see. that works for this design. I feel like for any other instance it would, but I feel like yellow or like even the neutral color gives, like, this makes me think of Mario too much. Like, I feel like that doesn't work for me. Like, in terms of like mermaid castle. Like, that doesn't give mermaid, you know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't do it for me. Where's my stone? Oh, unless it can't, yeah, it can't be dyed. What are my options? I was like, damn, wait, is there a dye infographic I can look at? Let me see. I guess the best option is probably just using CeraVe and just figuring out from there. Because I don't want to like go through all of them and just look at the dyes. I need to figure out what I want to do. Like, what kind of block would be perfect for this? That's my cat. I was like, yo, what was on my bed? He's just chilling, so that's cool. We love that for him. I feel like the brick walls are just not doing it for what I want it to be. Which one is that? Hold on. Is that too pastel? Let's see. Low key, would that work? I guess, like, I can use the inspiration, but maybe not duplicate. Maybe I might just do a different thing, like a different colorway. Because, like, I feel like that would make more sense. Just with, like, the blocks in Pokopia. I mean, I guess I can do white instead of, like, gold or yellow. Or... yeah. Sometimes it's, like, serious trying to figure out, like, what do you want to do, you know what I mean? Because you can always go back and replace the blocks, but I feel like you don't want to, like, make a bunch of blocks that you don't really want to use, you know what I mean? But, let's see, where are those blocks? I think I might use the new blocks, like the new set. So I'm probably gonna use some of these. Do I want these or do I want... Oh, hold on, I'm out of the star-spotted rock. I have a bunch of those. Like... I do think that I might have to reorganize how that path works because I want to center it. Like, my brain wants to center it so bad. Oh, wait, there it is. This one. Of course you're having trouble follow, bro can't swim. Let me just play with this real quick and see what this looks like. Like, is that doing too much, or do I want that to be dyed? I don't want it dyed, maybe. Come here. Yeah, why is it when you dye it, it loses a lot of the texture? It's so weird. It's like... Oh, you can only dye one channel, too. So it doesn't really make sense to dye it, because it still has the pink in the middle, or the inner. Like, this is just that without texture. And I don't... Like I said, bitches love texture. I'm bitches. So, I guess dyeing it doesn't really change anything. I don't know. I think I might go with that, but do I want mysterious blocks? Let me go run and get some and see how I feel. I feel like the part about building is just figuring out the materials that you want to use, and then you get to go have fun and figuring out the placement and all that, you know? It's kind of rough sometimes when you want to, like, build. Why did I do this? My inventory is a mess. I'm like, damn, not me inventory full right now. That's kind of embarrassing. You know what? I have stones in my pallet town too. Let me do that so I can clear out my inventory while I'm at it. I swear this is like the Pokopia canon event. Is just you want to go do something, you end up doing like 10 other things because inventory full. I guess Mir Guru is just gonna be my buddy through this, because we're gonna figure this out. Let's see. What do I want to dump here? I guess you can take stone tiling too. I guess I'll leave all my Ram Ranch stuff here too, because, like, I'm not gonna be building with that over there. Well, actually, do I want those? I don't know. Here, let's put all of that over there so I have room. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out where I wanted to build in Bubbly Basin, which is why I decided on that spot and decided to just terraform and clear it out. Honestly, I think that's a very nice spot if you want to, like, place something there, but I saw a few other people build ships, like, in the area where the Ditto Room is, which is not bad. Like, I think that's a good contender for, like, a spot, too. Let's see. I think that's enough. Let me grab some stones. Which box is it in is a better question, though. I like terraform and hoard a bunch of items, so that's a thing. Grab like 3 stacks. I think 3 stacks is a good. Oh wait, let me dump some items here too, actually. I have like this box that I dump event items into. So wait, but I might want those. Okay. I think that's good for now. But honestly, if you're gonna build in the same spot as me, it's very well worth it to do the terraforming. It took me a couple hours to do it. I mean, I started it off stream, but that was mostly clearing the path where Misty's gym is. But other than that, I did most of it on stream, and it's only been about maybe 2 to 3 hours. So I want to say that, like, if you take 2 or 3 hours to terraform that area, you would be good also. What do you want, Crawdon? You know, it feels like everything tastes better when I eat it in my own home. I'm eating good every day now, and it's all thanks to you, Ditto, you rock, pal. That's funny as fuck. He's like, I'm eating good. Everything tastes better in my home. I'm like, damn, okay, like, same. I also like eating good in my own home, so you know what? I can't even judge for that. I also kind of want to replace all the stairs, because, like, I don't like the concrete steps. I kind of like stone steps more. I'm just a sucker for the stone steps. So, I mean, do I want to incorporate this into the build, or just, like, pathway? Like, how does this look down here? About that. Do I want it in there or not? Maybe not. Kind of looks kind of maybe pathway. I'm like, do I want to use stone? Stone and tiles? Question mark. I kind of did a similar thing in my wastelands where I did a double border, so I'm like, do I like that? I saw someone use pathway lights. I don't know if I have those. Let me see. Because I'm like, those are like, would they be cute? Are those it? Pathway lights. Wait. Hold on, I might have to see about these. Let me make like 60 first. I didn't even realize I had the recipe for these, but we'll find out. I mean, what do they look like regularly before I even try to dye them? I guess that would make more sense if I try to use a generator to power it on first. Okay, so it's like a yellow color. What's up, little baby? I'm like, not my cat just deciding to like jump on my back right then. Look at her. You see her? She's so cute. Say hi, Sev. Say hi. This is G-Max Meowth Hours. Are you gonna chill? You wanna chill with me? Okay, you can stay there. Normally I'd say no, but like... Oh wait, that's so cute! Her little head peeking. Okay, let's see. Oh, so it can be dyed a color. Do I want it to be a color? It is the better option. It does come in a lot of different colors, and it probably has a good glow too. I was like, do I want to contrast? Do I want to make it same? Do I want to do white? Because I feel like white is very, very... I don't know. Do I want to do white on white? Would white on white be nice? Hold on, let me see what that does. I haven't used these in a build. I think they're new. Yeah, my cat likes hanging out whenever I do stuff. So they usually find their way to kind of like hang out. She's like sitting behind me right now. But you know, we keep the vibes very chill. Let's see, do I like white better? White does look better though. Like, look at how jarring like the yellow looks, and then like the white on white kind of actually does a thing. I think I might like that. Like, do I like the pathway there though? Hold on, let me grab this. Grab. Okay, never mind. Or do I want it like right here? Not sure which one I like better. Can I grab that? Yeah. Let me just do 2 for good measure. Man, that's not what I wanted. Do I like it better on this side or that side? Low key? What if it was that side though? I'm like, let me just see something. Like, I don't know if I like that, actually. I feel like this one looks better. Like, not me just trying to figure out the pathway. But I think the white lights do look better than the undyed, so I'm just gonna take that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna dye them all. Come here. Maybe it should go on the inside, because then I can line like the inside border of these. Wait, what do these tiles look like dyed? That's a better question. I should try that. Where are the tiles? Like old Michael Jackson videos. Low key, I can kind of see that. But I think like they look nice for a border, you know? Because I used borders in my pathway in Wastelands and I actually really liked how it looked. Because they just kind of added like a little another visual detail to the floor. But let's see. The white actually looks not bad for the tiling if I wanted to change like the pathway, the floor tiles. It's giving pastel. I don't know, let me just make 10 and see how I feel about this. Because it might not even be like what I want. I swear half of Pokopia is dyeing stuff and putting it on the floor and seeing if you like it. Wait, actually, would they work over here? Because I was like, I don't think I like the stones with this kind of like block placement. But I was like, but would I like it better if it was these tiles? I mean, it's better, but I don't think that's the right tile. Let's replace this area. Let's see. I can't tell if I like the pastel better or the regular. Cause like, the jewel tones look better against the stones, almost, I feel like. These are decisions. These are real decisions you gotta think about, you know? But like, I feel like in terms of like the building that I'm gonna do, that probably would look nicer. You know what I should do actually is I'm gonna replace all of this white rock with grass. I should actually go grab a bunch of those blocks and start like replacing them. I mean, do I want to build upon white rock or if I want grass? I think grass just looks better. Where are my grass blocks at? I know I have like a bunch of grass blocks. Where are they? What a cutie. We love that for him. You know what? I'm just gonna put down those flowers somewhere before I, constant inventory full struggles. So I'm just gonna put these down so that they're not taking care of my inventory. Alright, let's go. When it tells you don't have enough PP, that's crazy. Will I even have enough blocks? So it's a better question. I kind of knew that was gonna happen. Like, you start replacing floor blocks and you realize that there's a lot more blocks than you probably have. Or drop these off at least. If I run out, I guess, fuck it, we ball. But we're gonna see. I was trying to eat this. almost have enough, probably. Have enough. I guess tomorrow I can do a dream island. I have to go grab blocks probably. I guess what I could do is just lay out the floor plan and see how, and then figure out my blocks later. But I kind of want to figure out at least structure. And then, because it's kind of getting late, that probably I should just figure that out first and then figure out where to go from there. Maybe like tomorrow or something. I should count. I'm very particular when it comes to building, like, the doorway pathway and, like, how big the door is gonna be. I don't know if anyone else gets, like, very, like, particular about stuff like that, but I feel like that's something that I do. I need to clear all this. It's bothering me. Might as well. Okay, so I think it looks so silly right now. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream here because it's like 1 a.m. And then I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow where I'll plan it out a little bit better. I'm probably gonna like think about, I kind of want to like mess with it like off stream because I kind of want to like figure out the placement, but I don't know if I should do that on stream because I'm very meticulous about certain things and I just want to count the blocks. So I'm like, should I do that on stream or off stream tomorrow? Either way, it's getting kind of late, so I'm probably gonna come back tomorrow. I don't know if it would be around the same time or if it would be earlier, but I guess we'll figure that out. Yeah. I guess I'll call it here and good night.